obviously the border wall and deportations and everything are like necessary now, but what do you see as the future for like a policy to get people like my friend here that he's on a student visa now, his family was deported back to Mexico? How can someone like him get a green card and his family? Where do you see the government going with that and getting people green cards fairly instead of making it illegal?
So here Charlie Kirk responds to a student who tries to make a case for a more lenient immigration path, specifically one that would allow a friend on a student visa to more easily get a green card after his family was deported. What follows is a calm but brutally honest response from Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk explains why America needs to tighten both legal and illegal immigration, prioritize American students, and maintain a merit-based system. While the student makes a passionate plea for his patriotic friend, Charlie Kirk shuts it down with logic, clarity, and unapologetic nationalism. Charlie Kirk doesn't just answer a question. Charlie Kirk makes a statement. Charlie Kirk sets a firm boundary on immigration policy, and Charlie Kirk delivers his message with confidence and zero hesitation. By the end, Charlie Kirk leaves the student and the entire audience with no confusion about where he stands.
When was your family deported? Recently?
2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years. Under Biden. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, look, my perspective might not win him over, I'll be perfectly honest. I think we actually need to limit the amount of green cards for the time being, and I think any country would make the same decision. Our obligation needs to be to American students first and foremost, to make sure that the people in this audience can own homes, have higher wages, and be stakeholders in their country. So I might not win over your friend here, and that's okay, but at least he can have understanding where I'm coming from. Every country should look after their own country, first and foremost. And the problem is the pattern over the last 40 years is we have been overly generous to a detriment to ourselves. And just for an example, people in this audience, it is harder than ever for you guys to own a home, to get married, to have kids, to be able to achieve the American dream that your parents had. I'm not saying that green card holders are an expense to that, but if and when, does Florida State have a computer engineering program? Maybe it doesn't, or something similar, right?
It does.
For example, let's just take the H-1B program. I think it's wrong to import workers from foreign countries to compete against you guys as computer science engineering students, where you guys should be given priority as American students above foreign students. And so I might not win over your friend here. However, if we can then get back to a prosperous, more robust economic circumstance, we should always have a merit-based immigration policy. No illegal immigration, very limited legal immigration. That should be always merit-based.
But for someone like him who's assimilating to America, he's going to be here for 4 years. It's his second year here. He's already more American than most of the people I've met. How can we get someone like that that's already American?
I do. What do you mean by that?
He's very involved in American culture. He voted for Trump, obviously.
Good. Well,
He's
you voted with a green card?
No, I didn't vote.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, yeah.
He was gonna vote.
He supported Trump, but yeah, got it.
Supported Trump.
Yeah, again,
but he's very patriotic, and I know you saw the protesters over there. They don't like America. Why are they here and he's not?
Well, I mean, they were raised here, so you have to have some social contract for being, born here and keeping that together. I will say you make a good argument on the surface that there are some newcomers that come to America that tend to love the country more than its current inhabitants. That is a good argument. I will say, though, as a broad rule, we need to have a hard and fast stop and say that, number one, we have a mass assimilation problem. Number two, exceptions like your friend right here can and should and will be made through a merit-based immigration system, but for the time being, he is the exception, not the rule. Far too often we have people like Ilhan Omar coming into the country that is sowing, discord and venom and ingratitude towards America. And I think we can both agree that we've had way too many people, foreigners, coming into the country over the last couple of years in an unregulated, unruly fashion. And it's time to put American students and Americans first. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
So Charlie Kirk didn't just respond. Charlie Kirk lays out a bold, unapologetic vision for America. Charlie Kirk stands firmly on the principle that American students come first. Charlie Kirk acknowledges the emotion in the student's question, but Charlie Kirk doesn't waver. Charlie Kirk makes it clear that while exceptional individuals exist, they are not the rule. And Charlie Kirk believes policy should be written for the rule, not the exception. Charlie Kirk shows exactly why he's such a force in political debate. Clear, direct, and grounded in real-world priorities. If there was ever a moment that proves why Charlie Kirk owns every stage he steps on, this was it. Charlie Kirk wasn't just answering a question. Charlie Kirk was setting the tone for the future.